Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I got something exciting to share with everyone. It's basically a way that you can learn how to use ChatGPT to write not only your own indicators, but full-blown algos and strategies, and backtest them in very short periods of time to save you time and to really find solid patterns in the market a lot quicker and easier, like the professionals do. So without further ado, I'm going to pull up TradingView here, and we are going to take a look here. We'll go with the triple Qs, which is essentially a NASDAQ. So here's just a basic chart in TradingView, and over here I have ChatGPT. So first of all, just for a quick overview and understanding, most algos are written in Python. So I write algos for a living. I'm an algorithmic trader, but in TradingView they use a language called PineEditor, and it's just a different language. They modify it, or they update it quite frequently, and they have an editor, as you can see right here. They're on version 6 now. And Visual Studio, let's pull up Visual Studio here, get that ready. So they use PineEditor, so all the code has to be written in PineEditor. But one of our advantages is ChatGPT 5.2 writes in version 6 PineEditor. So I'm going to show you a very basic, we're just going to make a strategy up, just a very basic one, and we're going to backtest it, and I'm going to show multiple things you can do with it, and then you could start experimenting and doing things on your own. Now again, you could just ask ChatGPT to do things, but again, when it comes to AI, the more information you give it, the better. You got to be specific, especially when it comes to algos. So you can end up going down a pretty large rabbit hole with ChatGPT when it comes to trading strategies if you don't give specifics. I mean, if you ask it, find me, an 80% win rate strategy, it's going to give you stuff, but it's not going to calculate things like certain market conditions, time frames, stuff like that. Like, you got to give it specifics. And when it comes to trading and backtesting, you have to be very, very specific on the inputs, and also with your own backtesting and your strategy and your discipline. So let's go over here to ChatGPT. We're just going to do a very basic indicator. So I'm going to have it build me first. We're going to build the indicator. And then after we build the indicator, we're going to form it into a strategy and backtest it. And then you can see how an algo works. So essentially a strategy, where you're setting in stone using algorithmic indicators, buy and sell signals and draw down and take profit. That's considered an algorithm. It's considered a trading algorithm. And so you're on your way to writing your first trading algo today. I guarantee by the end of this video, you will be able to write a trading algorithm. So let's get started. So we're going to ask ChatGPT to build me an indicator with 15-day and 50-day moving averages in line form below the chart with crossovers. So basically, we're just going to have a 15-day and a 50-day moving average crossover indicator, and we're going to have it build it in version 6 Pine script. So again, this is very basic, and you can see we're going to get the code written here. And see how quickly it happens. Something that, AI is a great thing. So if you haven't gotten into it already, now is your chance. So we're going to take that code and we're going to rock it over here. We're going to throw it right in the PineEditor. And we're going to go ahead and add it to our chart. And you can see, here we go. We are successfully added to our chart. Now we can make modifications to this, like colors and stuff like that. So we can do that, just for purposes of, so you can see it here, nice and smooth. So again, there we go. Now that this is going to be more of a swing trading strategy. And again, I'm using basics here just so we can build a basic algo. So now you can see it's on the chart. So it's a 15-day crossing over a 50-day moving average. So we have a crossover right here, crossover here, and this is, you know, in line with the chart, 15-minute time frame over time. And we can go to different time frames, and it's just going to adjust accordingly. And we can change these lines and clean them up. It's using, let's see, lines with breaks. Yeah, I mean, you can make it a histogram. I mean, you could do lots of things, but we'll stick with lines for now. So now, all we're going to do is we're going to build a strategy. So we're going to take that same strategy, and this is the cool part. So now this is how you turn an indicator into an algo. So we're going to go over to ChatGPT. Now build this indicator into a strategy in version 6, where when the 15-day crosses above the 50, that, sorry about that, is a buy signal. And when it crosses below, that is a sell signal. Start the account with a balance of 100,000, and for each trade risk, we'll say risk 1,000 for 3,000. So we're going to go 3 to 1. So 3 to 1 risk to reward. So $1,000 would be our stop every time it takes a trade. So now we're building the strategy for this. So it's writing the Pine Editor code. Now, copy the code. We're going to go over to Pine Editor now. Now you could have some tweaks here and there, but we'll get to that. Let's see how it works on the first rip. So we're going to paste that in there at the chart. Sometimes we'll have some issues. Nope, we have no issues. Okay, good. All right. So now you can see everything. Now you can see it shows up right on the chart. So we just built a trading algo, and here we go. We have a full-blown performance, everything. So it's going to show you all your trades. And this is from July 27, 2014 to today. So it's going back a long time. So this is a deep, deep back test. It'll show all the trades that were taken. So you can see this here. Pretty cool stuff. Now obviously this trading strategy, very basic as it is, just a 50-day crossover. We'll look at our performance numbers here. Let's see. So our gross profit, yes, on long trades 203,000, short trades we lost 133,000. So over time, buy and hold return 554%, net profit. Okay, so again, not a really, if you look here, it'll show obviously there's lots of drawdown, so you're getting lots of drawdown in trades here, but overall was profitable, but only by 30%. Again, and we do have times, there were some years back in 2016 where it wasn't good, but then come 2000 to 22 was pretty decent. So it gives you all the numbers. And again, you can now, again, once you start understanding the code, you can make little tweaks just in the code to change things around as far as entries and exits. Or you go back in ChatGPT and ask it. And you can just say, oh, change this dollar amount or change this moving average. So, and I'll give you an example of that right now. So we'll just go into the code and then we'll just pull it up real quick. And, we could change the 15-day moving average to 30 and change the 50 to 100, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and whack it. And all that changed was that. Now you go back to the strategy tester, and it's going to give you all brand new data. Okay, so that made it worse. You see tons of drawdown now. So that's not a good strategy. And again, this is for the 5-hour time frame. Now here's what's interesting, is it's going to be different for each time frame. So every time you run it against a different time frame, you're going to have different results, which is pretty cool. So, you're going to see different results. So again, this is how quants get things done. This is how quant traders, essentially it's, to a lot of extent more complicated, but it's really not. This is really it. This is just a basic crossover strategy. Now again, you can do a combination. You can say, I could go ahead now and add RSI to this and say, only take the entry if the RSI is below or above 70. So you can make those tweaks here and there. So again, this was just a very simple introductory video that I wanted to just show you how simple it is to just get on ChatGPT and TradingView and start using indicators. Now you can use existing indicators. There's thousands of them on TradingView that the code is available. So you can just take that code and you can plop it into ChatGPT and you could turn it into a strategy. Experiment, have fun with it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'd love to answer you. Again, this is all free information that I'm giving away just to help people out. This is what I do. And I try my best to help people out as much as possible. But thanks for tuning in. Got more videos coming, more strategies. We're going to test a lot of strategies. Got more stuff coming. Happy holidays. We'll talk soon.